오늘의 핵심 문장은 이제 운동이 스트레스를 푸는 데 도움이 되는 것 같아요 라는 문장이었는데 뭐 꼭 운동이 아니라 다른 것들도 스트레스를 푸는 데 도움이 될 수가 있어요.
Of course. So we're going to hear today from Lisa from Estonia, and she's going to talk to us about what she does when she's stressed.
네, 스트레스를 받았을 때 리사 씨는 어떻게 이것을 대처하는지 이야기를 한번 듣고 와 볼까요?
Okay, Lisa 씨,
나와주세요.
Sometimes life gets too busy. During these times, I like to focus on two things to relieve my stress. The first one is eating. When things get too stressful, eating healthy is the first thing that we neglect. However, putting the right foods in our bodies actually helps us to fight back the stress. So eating more vegetables and fruit is better for you than eating unhealthy, which actually gives you more stress. And that doesn't help at all. Secondly, I make sure to have a good night's sleep. There's a whole science behind the reason why it's good, but in a short couple of words, it makes us emotionally more stable, and it also makes us better decision makers, which is really important to solve all the problems that make you stressed.
정말 맞는 말만 해줬어요.
Right?
Everything she said is, of course, right. Yes.
Yeah,
I
I think
totally
so.
agree with what she said. 이게 이제 실천이 안 되는 것이 가장 문제인 것 같아요. Of course, everybody knows what she said is right, but it is really much harder to put everything into practice. 왜냐면 스트레스 받았을 때 잠 잘 안 오고
Right.
뭐 몸에 안 좋은 음식 괜히 먹고 싶고
Right.
그렇기 때문인데요. 한번 어떤 내용이었는지 또 같이 공부를 해보죠. 첫 번째 줄부터 읽어주세요.
All right, so the first one is, sometimes life gets too busy. Sometimes life gets too busy.
Sometimes life gets too busy. 가끔씩 살다 보면 너무 바빠질 때가 있어요 라는 말인데 원래 busy 하면 you usually say someone is busy.
Right.
네.
But it doesn't have to be someone. It could be something is busy. Life is busy. You know, school life is busy.
네.
Work life is busy.
그렇죠. 그래서 생활 자체가 바쁘다라는 이야기로 쓸 수 있겠고 만약에 장소를 뜻한다면 place name, 장소는 또 busy 하면 다른 이야기죠.
Right. So let's say a coffee shop or a restaurant is busy. That means there are a lot of customers there.
네.
Lots of 손님.
그렇죠. customer가 아니고 the coffee shop.
The customer.
Of course, the customer can be busy.
Right,
손님도
right.
바쁠 수 있겠지만 고객도 the coffee shop is busy라고 말하면 그 커피숍의 사람들, 커피숍 직원들이 바쁘다라는 의미보다는 the coffee shop is crowded.
Crowded.
Full of people.
Full of people.
네, there are many customers
Many
in
customers.
the coffee shop, so the coffee shop is busy. 이렇게 말할 수 있겠습니다.
Right.
그래서,
Or the telephone line can be busy.
그렇죠. 통화 중인 경우에 busy.
통화 중이어서 비소리 후. I've called a lot of busy people in
그렇죠.
Korea.
지금은 뭐 I forgot what they say. 지금은 통화 중이오니. So,
통화-
삐 소리 후.
비소리 후. 땡땡땡.
I'll
Whatever.
I'll have to call someone
The
who
line
is
is
busy.
busy. You would
네.
say the line is busy.
네, 그렇죠. 그럴 때 busy가 또 나옵니다. 다음 문장은요.
During these times, I like to focus on two things to relieve my stress. During these times, I like to focus on two things to relieve my stress.
여기서 말하고 있는 these times라는 것은 the times when life
is busy
Exactly.
and you're stressed.
네, 그래서 삶이 바쁠 때, 그럴 때에는 I like to focus, 집중하는 것, 초점을 맞추는 것을 좋아합니다. On two things, 두 가지인데 무엇을 하기 위해서? 스트레스를 풀기 위해서.
That's right.
That's right. And then the first one is
Okay, so the first one is eating. The first one is eating.
eating. 첫 번째는 음식을 먹는 건데 여기서 말하는 the first one is eating 자체가 그냥 보면은 스트레스를 받을 때는 먹어야 된다.
All right.
그렇게 오해가 될 수도 있어요.
Right.
그렇지만 그런 뜻보다는 how you eat.
How you eat, right. The things that you eat.
네.
Yeah.
어떻게 먹는지, 어떤 음식을 섭취하는지에 초점을 맞춘다라는 의미이지 스트레스를 받았을 때 제가 하는 일들 중에 하나는 eating이다.
Yeah.
그렇게 이해하시면 안 되겠습니다. 자, 그러면 거기에 대한 좀 부연 설명이 나오고 있겠죠?
When things get too stressful, healthy eating is the first thing that we neglect. When things get too stressful, healthy eating is the first thing that we neglect.
네. When things get too stressful. 여기서 말하는 이제 stressful, 스트레스를 받는 상황인, 또 스트레스를 많이 주는 이라는 뜻인데 여러분 boring, bored, exciting, excited 차이 아시죠? tiring, tired. 이제 boring 자체는 그거 자체가 지루한 거고 bored는 내가 그래서 지루해진 거잖아요. stressful도 마찬가지예요. stressful 자체는 I am stressful이
No,
아니고
I am stressed because this stressful thing did something to make me stressed.
네. 그래서 things get 어떠한 일들, 주변 상황들, 회사 일 아니면 내 주변의 어떤 모든 문제들이 okay, maybe I'm a source of stress for you. 그렇지만 이렇게 주변에 스트레스를 주는 상황들 자체가 stressful인 거고 본인 자체는 stressed. stressful 아닙니다. stressed입니다.
Right. Well, you could be stressful to someone else.
So I am stressful to you?
Yeah.
Okay, I will try my best to be less stressful to
Thank
you. Okay, 자, 그래서 when things get too stressful, 스트레스를 많이 받으면 eating healthy, 건강하게 음식을 먹는 거, 건강한 음식을 먹는 것 또는 건강한 식습관이 is the first thing that we neglect라고 했는데요. neglect 공부하겠습니다. 바로 등한시하다.
Neglect.
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 neglected, ne 뭐 이거 자체가 좀 부정적인 의미잖아요. negative, right?
Negative.
네, neg 하면은 negative 이런 건데 neglect 등한시하다. 그래서 예를 들어서 의무가 있는데 꼭 해야 되는데 자신의 의무를 등한시하다.
Neglect one's duty. Neglect one's duty.
네, 자신의 의무를 등한시하다. 해야 되는 일을 안 하는 거죠. You do not do something that you are supposed to do.
Right. And instead of duties, you could also be neglecting your health.
그렇죠.
Neglect one's health.
네, 건강을 돌보지 않다라고 할 때는 neglect one's health. So do not neglect your health, Megan.
I will not neglect my health.
Okay.
You please do not neglect your health.
Everyone, do not neglect your health.
Please do not neglect your health.
그리고 이제 마지막으로 관용 표현인데요. 방치해 둔 까닭에 또는 등한시한 까닭에라고 할 때 영어로
By neglect.
네.
By neglect.
이거는요. 앞에 by를 어떻게 기억하지라고 생각하시다면 비슷한 표현들이 많이 있어요. 뭐 우연히 사고로 by accident. 또 우연이라고 할 때 by chance.
By chance.
그런 것처럼 by 어떠한
neglect.
네, by neglect 어떤 수단이라든지 방법이 되는 거죠. Okay, back to the story.
Okay.
What is the next line?
However, putting the right foods in our bodies actually helps us. However, putting the right foods in our bodies actually helps us.
네, 앞에 문장이 이제 스트레스를 받으면 첫 번째로 우리가 식습관, 건강한 식습관을 등한시하지만, however, 그렇지만 putting the right foods in 우리 몸 속에 올바른 음식을 집어넣는 것,
Right.
그러니까 먹는 거죠. Eating the right foods
Right.
actually helps us. 실제로 도움이 됩니다. Right?
It actually does.
네.
Try it.
Especially if you are stressed out right now, after the show, eat something that is
Please.
healthy for you.
Very healthy.
네. 뭐가 어떤 것들이 what are the right foods?
The right foods?
네.
Well, you know, she said fruits and vegetables.
Fruits and vegetables.
When I'm stressed, I love to eat watermelon.
Watermelon.
Let's eat like the whole half of the watermelon. It's
수박이요.
awesome.
수박 그리고 또 채소, 과일 이런 것들을 말하고 있습니다. 자, 그런데 무엇을 하는 데 도움이 되죠?
To fight back the stress. To fight back the stress.
Fight the stress라고 해도 되는데 fight back이라는 것은 네, 기본적으로 어떠한 가정이 깔려 있냐면 they or it fought me first.
Right. It fought me first.
So I'm fighting
back.
반격이죠.
Right. Fighting back against something.
Yeah.
So if someone has some type of illness or, you know, disease, then we could say they're fighting, you know, an illness because, you know, the illness or disease or sickness came first and they're, you know, fighting back.
Fighting back.
Yeah.
네, 그래서 스트레스와 싸우는 데 올바른 음식을 섭취하는 것이 도움이 된다고 하고 있습니다.
Okay.
Next sentence, please.
So, eating more vegetables and fruit is better for you than eating unhealthy. So, eating more vegetables and fruit is better for you than eating unhealthy.
네, 여기서 eating 뭐뭐뭐 is better 뭐뭐뭐 than eating.
Right.
구조는 그렇습니다. 그래서 좀 더 구체적으로 말이 붙어서 eating more vegetables and fruit 채소를 더 많이 먹고 과일을 더 많이 먹는 것은 is better for you. 더 좋습니다, 여러분에게. than 무엇보다 eating unhealthy. 건강하지 않은 음식, 건강에 안 좋은 음식을 먹는 것보다. Of course this is true.
Yeah.
It's just not easy to do for some people.
But they're so delicious.
You mean fruits and vegetables?
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that you say fruits and vegetables are delicious means that you have a healthy eating style. 네.
But I thought everyone thought
Yeah.
they were delicious.
I think at least
Especially fruits.
At least,
oh my
yeah,
gosh.
fruits.
So good.
네, 과일.
I want a banana and a mango.
Let's have some fruit after this, okay?
All right, mangoes, please.
All right.
Thank you.
If I find some.
There, I know where they are.
그러면 매원 선생님이 망고를 어디서 파는지 안다고 하니까 일단 이따가 사드리기로 하고 그래서 채소와 과일을 더 먹는 것이 몸에 안 좋은 음식을 먹는 것보다 좋은데 그 다음에 이어지는 말이 또 있죠?
Right. Which actually gives you more stress. Which actually gives you more stress.
여기서 이제 which는 어디에 붙는가 하면 바로 앞에 eating unhealthy.
Unhealthy.
그것보다 더 좋은데 eating unhealthy는 어떠한 역할을 하는가 하면 which actually gives you more stress. 또는 뭐 even more stress.
Even more stress.
네. 스트레스를 받아서 건강에 안 좋은 음식을 먹었는데 그게 또 더 스트레스를 준다는 이야기죠. It's a vicious circle.
Vicious circle, man.
악순환. 네. 그래서 악순환이 생긴다라는 이야기였고요. 다음 문장.
And that doesn't help at all. And that doesn't help at all.
그리고 그건 전혀 도움이 안 되죠라는 말인데 이 문장 이 통째로 많이 쓰는 말이죠. That doesn't help.
That doesn't help
네.
at all.
네, 외환 선생님이
Yeah.
슬퍼서 막 울고 있는데 내가 힘내. By the way, I have some good news
That
about
doesn't,
myself.
that doesn't help.
저만 뭔가 신나는 일이 생겼다고 막 말해줘봤자.
Yeah, we use it a lot.
네, that doesn't help.
That doesn't help.
너 지금 도움 안 되고 있거든. 좀 비켜줄래? 이렇게 말할 때 쓰는 거잖아요. 그래서 that doesn't help. 자, 그래서 도움이 안 된다라는 말 많이 쓴다. 참고해 주시고 다음 문장.
Oh, sorry. All right. Secondly, I make sure to have a good night's sleep.
그렇죠.
Secondly, I make sure to have a good night's sleep.
네. Good night sleep. 숙면을 취하지 않으면 이렇게 되겠죠. That seems real.
That was real. It just came right at the perfect time.
That yawning. Wow, you found the perfect excuse to yawn during the show.
Yeah, I did.
하품을 이렇게 기가 막힌 타이밍에 잘 하셨어요. 그래서 secondly, 두 번째로 아까 그 first thing은
Firstly, eating.
eating, 두 번째.
Secondly, sleeping.
네, I make sure 꼭 그렇게 하려고 합니다.
Right.
반드시 그렇게 합니다. To have a good night's sleep. 이것도 굳어진 관용 표현인데요. To sleep well, 잘 자다라는 말도 있지만 어제 잘 잤어요라고 하거나 아니면 잘 주무세요, 숙면 취하세요 할 때 have a good night's sleep. 좋은 밤에 잠을 자다.
Did you have a good night's sleep last night?
I think I did. Did you have a good night's sleep last night?
It wasn't extraordinary. It wasn't super magical, but
Hence
it was good.
the yawning.
Yeah, hence the yawning.
네.
But it was okay.
그래서 그 have a good night's sleep, 숙면을 취하다라는 뜻으로 이해를 해주시고요. 왜냐하면 뒤에 나오고 있죠.
Right? Because, you know, there's a whole science behind the reason why it's good. There's a whole science behind the reason why it's good.
그 이유에 대해서는 과학적인 근거가 많이 있다라고 이야기를 하는 문장인데 뭐 behind the reason why it's good, 그것이 왜 좋은지, having a good night's sleep이 왜 좋은지에 대한 이유 뒤에 behind the reason 뒷받침을 해주는 거죠. 여기서 이제 there's a whole science라고 말하는 부분 살짝 공부해야 될 것 같아요. So there's a whole science. Please explain this phrase.
Well, in that case, it means there's a lot of research and a lot of studies that back up, you know, this statement. So it's not just like one study you read somewhere, but
그렇죠.
there's a whole science devoted to sleep and stress, is
네.
what she's saying.
네.
Much research has been done on the topic.
맞아요. 그런 이유로 이런 표현을 쓰는 건데 과학이라고 하면 어떤 분야가 몇 개로 나뉘잖아요. 크게 physics, biology, 물리학, 생물학, 그다음에 chemistry, 화학, 또 뭐가 있죠?
There's a lot,
네,
but I mean,
astronomy.
there's so many
네.
different sciences.
네.
There's even like sleep science. I mean,
그렇죠.
just to study sleep, science is that just
네.
study stress.
맞아요.
So when you say a whole science, it means it's not just one isolated study. It's like a whole group of scientists devoted to studying this thing.
네. 그래서 이렇게 분야가 있듯이 이 잠을 잘 자면 스트레스에 도움이 되는 이유에 대해서도 정말 거의 한 분야처럼 과학적인 그런 연구 결과 조사된 내용들이 많이 있다라는 이야기를 하고 싶은 거죠. 그러나 but
in a short couple words, it makes us emotionally more stable. But in a short couple words, it makes us emotionally more stable.
뭐 과학적인 이야기가 많이 있지만 그걸 다 할 수가 없으니. But in a short couple words, 짧게 한두 마디로 말을 하자면 it makes us emotionally more stable. Emotionally, 감정적으로 more stable. stable 하는 것은 안정적인 거죠.
Right.
stable.
Stable.
카메라
Not going up and down,
그렇죠.
just sitting there. So you're just, you know, when you're tired, everything makes you angry. You're like,
Yeah.
Megan, how are
Yeah.
you today? I'm like, don't talk to me like this.
You're irritated
And
easily.
then, yeah. So you're stable.
그게 stable이고 아까 제가 카메라 얘기를 살짝 하려고 했는데 그
Right.
카메라에 보면 stabilizer가
Right.
있어요. 안정시켜주는 거. 요즘에 이제 뭐 스마트폰에도 많이 들어가 있는 것 같은데 조금 흔들리는 정도는 카메라에서 알아서 스테이블하게 만들어주죠.
Right.
네, 좀 이제 손떨림을 방지해 주는 겁니다. 이게 스테이블이고 emotionally 살짝 공부를 하자면 감정적으로 또는 정서적으로라는 뜻인데
Emotionally.
emotionally 원래 형용사는
Emotional.
그렇죠.
Emotional.
감정적인. 감정적인 거고 I think we rarely get emotional on the show.
Well, I'm quite emotional on the show.
Really?
I mean, when I'm acting.
Yeah, of course.
But that kind of counts,
Yeah.
maybe.
Okay. I never show my true
Right?
emotions.
Do you ever even get emotional at all?
I'm a
I feel
robot.
like if the building was on fire, he would just be like, let's go, guys.
I'm a
I'd
robot.
be like,
So I don't show emotions
Okay.
quite often. So emotional 그게 이제 감정적인 거고요. 명사는 바로 감정,
emotion.
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 All right, let's move on to the second to last sentence, I guess. Okay.
And it also makes us better decision makers. And it also makes us better decision makers.
그리고 여기서 말하는 it이라는 것은 바로 잠을 푹 자는 거죠.
Right.
Sleeping
Sleeping well.
네. Or having a good night's sleep. 숙면을 잘하면은 it also makes us better decision makers. 결정을 더 잘 내리게끔 해줍니다.
Right.
네.
Decision.
네, 자 이것도 공부를 살짝 해보면요. 결정 영어로 뭐라고요?
Decision.
네, 다시 한번.
Decision.
그러면 결정을 내리는 그 행위 자체.
Decision making. Decision making.
그래서 결정을 뭐 회사마다 회사나 단체마다 그 의사결정 과정이 달라요. 그것을 decision making process라고 하죠. So every company has a
different decision making process.
Exactly. 네, 아시겠죠? decision making. 그리고 이제 decision 자체가 decide에서 온 거라서 확실히 단호히라고 할 때는
Decidedly. Decidedly.
결정된 형태로라고 해서 이제 확실히 단호히 decidedly라고 합니다. Okay, and we have just one more sentence.
One more sentence. The final sentence is, which is really important to solve the problems that make you stress. Which is really important to solve the problems that make you stressed.
이야기가 이렇게 다시 한 바퀴 도는 느낌이
Right.
드는데요. 스트레스를 주고 있는 문제들을 해결하는데 그것이 중요하다라는 말이죠. 근데 무엇이 중요한가? 잠이 중요하다. 잠을 잘 자면 결정을 더 잘 내리게 되고 그러면 스트레스를 주고 있는 것을 더 해결을 잘할 수 있다.
Right.
네. Alright. Sounds good. It's a virtuous circle in this
Yes,
case.
a very good virtuous circle.
네, 선순환이죠.
Right?
Alright.
Okay,
So,
it's time for us to take a look at the clip 2 more times. The first time with English subtitles, the second time without. Let's watch.
Sometimes life gets too busy. During these times, I like to focus on 2 things to relieve my stress. The first one is eating. When things get too stressful, eating healthy is the first thing that we neglect. However, putting the right foods in our bodies actually helps us to fight back the stress. So eating more vegetables and fruit is better for you than eating unhealthy, which actually gives you more stress. And that doesn't help at all. Secondly, I make sure to have a good night's sleep. There's a whole science behind the reason why it's good, but in a short couple words, it makes us emotionally more stable, and it also makes us better decision makers, which is really important to solve all the problems that make you stressed. Sometimes life gets too busy. During these times, I like to focus on 2 things to relieve my stress. The first one is eating. When things get too stressful, eating healthy is the first thing that we neglect. However, putting the right foods in our bodies actually helps us to fight back the stress. So eating more vegetables and fruit is better for you than eating unhealthy, which actually gives you more stress. And that doesn't help at all. Secondly, I make sure to have a good night's sleep. There's a whole science behind the reason why it's good, but in a short couple words, it makes us emotionally more stable, And it also makes us better decision makers, which is really important to solve all the problems that make you stressed.
All right, thanks Lisa for telling us the story once again. 자, 그러면요 이번에는요 월요일 코너 들어볼까요?
It's time for Conglish Buster.